Cause wait a goddamn minute. Why am I so late to the party? Why didn't I know about Aaron, Pierre? That's Mufasa. And Teyana Taylor. Baby, what? Oh, you're gonna love me. That shit looks so divine. It's almost look like they was made for each other. Them motherfucking pictures like they supposed to be in an art museum. Like that shit looks so fucking French kid. I am here for it. I am here for it. That gotta be the reason why Lori was like, nah, I'm cool on him. Because you know Lori is not turning down no new bank, baby. She would've ate it up real quick. Oh, I'm just here for it. They look so damn good together. Like,
everything looked perfect from the outside. Teyana Taylor and Aaron Pierre had been serving what fans called grown, quiet love. There were no flashy announcements, no messy drama, just soft glimpses into a relationship that seemed to be grounded in mutual peace. They were seen hand in hand at events, laughing during quiet date nights, and exchanging subtle hearts in comment sections. For a woman who had been through a very public and emotional split from Amon Shumpert, this new chapter felt like a fresh breath. But then, out of nowhere, the energy shifted. It started with something small. Teyana unfollowed Aaron on Instagram. No caption, no statement, no cryptic quote. Just a clean break. And fans, who had been following every move since the beginning, noticed instantly. By the time the screenshots were circulating on Twitter and Reddit, people had already begun speculating.
Some assumed it was a mistake.
Others knew better. Because when Teyana unfollows someone, it's never by accident. Within hours, photos of Aaron began disappearing from her profile. No more soft launches. No more hearts in the comments. People started piecing things together like a puzzle. And the story that emerged behind the scenes? It was way deeper than just a social media move. According to people close to the situation, it all began with one major argument that left both of them questioning everything. For weeks before the unfollow, those close to the couple said there had been quiet tension building. It wasn't loud. It wasn't messy. But it was present. And the source of that tension? Parenting. More specifically, Aaron's growing opinions about how Teyana should handle her daughters. Now, it's important to understand, Teyana has always been fiercely protective of her kids. They've been through enough. The divorce, the media, the whispers. And she worked hard to make sure her daughters felt safe, grounded, and respected. Aaron, while well-meaning, started stepping into territory that Teyana wasn't comfortable with. He began giving unsolicited advice, making suggestions, asking questions that, in her eyes, sounded more like judgments than support. The final straw came during a weekend where Aaron was around the kids, more than usual. According to one insider, Aaron made a comment about Teyana's eldest daughter being too entitled. He said it casually, maybe even out of frustration, but the words landed hard. Teyana didn't snap right away, but that night, she reportedly pulled Aaron aside and told him straight, "You don't get to label my child. You don't know her heart like I do." What followed was a heated conversation that turned into a full-blown argument. Aaron defended himself, saying he was just trying to help, that he cared, that he was stepping up as a partner. But Teyana felt blindsided. She felt like the man who had promised to support her was suddenly trying to correct her. She didn't need fixing. She didn't need parenting tips. She needed understanding. The argument ended without resolution. They didn't scream. They didn't throw things. But the silence after was heavier than any shouting match. And when Teyana went to bed that night, her heart already knew what she had to do. The next morning, she unfollowed him. To most people, an unfollow seems petty, small. But in Teyana's world, it's symbolic. It's a boundary, a message that says, "I'm pulling back. I'm protecting my peace." Aaron didn't respond publicly, but his silence said enough. People noticed that he didn't unfollow her back. He kept the photos. He even liked a fan comment that said, "Sometimes silence is the loudest response." Teyana didn't post anything direct either. Just a few cryptic story posts, one of a sunset, another of a quote. Sometimes peace is choosing silence over explanation. Her fans knew what that meant. Behind closed doors, the distance between them was growing. They weren't communicating the same. There were fewer texts, more one-word replies. The kind of slow emotional fade that happens when two people are trying not to hurt each other, but are already hurting deeply. Some believe the pressure of blending families played a major role. Teyana was trying to hold onto a soft love while still being a full-time mother and keeping the peace with Iman. It wasn't easy. She'd fought hard to rebuild peace with her ex for the sake of the kids. Iman was showing up more, attending events, being present, making sure the kids knew he wasn't going anywhere. And maybe Aaron felt that. There were whispers, unconfirmed but loud, that Iman and Aaron had a brief confrontation at an industry event. Nothing physical, just a moment where the energy shifted. One source claimed Iman told Aaron, "You're just visiting. This is my family." That line, if true, would have shaken anyone. And maybe Aaron, already feeling insecure about his place in the family, let that fear bleed into how he interacted with Teyana and her daughters. Teyana, stuck right in the crossfire, was running on emotional fumes. She was drained, not just from the drama, but from the weight of always having to be the strong one. All she ever wanted was softness. A love that felt like exhaling, not like holding her breath. She didn't need fireworks or fairy tales. She just wanted calm, stability, a safe place to land after years of chaos. But somehow, yet again, she found herself caught between disappointment and damage control. She wasn't asking for perfection, just peace. And then, as if the universe was signaling that something had shifted, fans started picking up on more subtle clues. Aaron, who had been scheduled to appear by her side at a charity gala, a cause close to her heart, was suddenly a no-show. No heads up, no public apology. He also pulled out last minute from walking in a fashion show, where the two were set to debut together as a power couple. When the night came, Teyana arrived solo, draped in a breathtaking red gown that turned every head.
Her chin was high.
Her walk was confident, but her eyes told another story. They were dimmer, a little distant, like someone trying to shine through a storm they're still walking through. Then came the cryptic posts. Quiet but heavy. One quote she shared lingered with fans. "Sometimes we meet someone who feels like peace but turns out to be a test." It hit like a gut punch. People didn't need confirmation anymore. They could feel it. The love story was unraveling thread by thread. There were no arguments aired publicly, no messy back and forth. Just silence. And two people slowly drifting away from each other in plain sight. And then, out of nowhere, Aaron posted a black and white Instagram story. It was a simple photo of him alone, his face partially hidden, eyes heavy with something unspoken. The caption read, "Respect is everything. And when it's gone, there's no foundation left." That was it. No tagging. No names. But the internet didn't need them. It was clear. Fans instantly saw it as a veiled response to Teyana's emotional boundary, the unfollow, the quote, the subtle distance. And it wasn't aggressive. It wasn't cruel. But it still hurt, because it felt like the final straw. Like he was trying to rewrite the ending in real time. Some fans began to flip the narrative, suggesting maybe Aaron wasn't trying to hurt her. Maybe he was just overwhelmed. That maybe he felt shut out instead of let in. That maybe, in his mind, he didn't get the space or patience to grow within the relationship. That he wasn't trying to disrespect her. He just felt disrespected himself. But in love, intentions don't always matter as much as impact. And by now, the damage had been done. Teyana, however, remained silent. A close friend of hers, speaking anonymously, said Teyana is still processing everything. That she loves Aaron deeply but won't sacrifice her peace or her children's comfort for anyone. That she's tired of being the one to bend. She's been through enough, the friend said. She needs someone who adds peace, not pressure. Whether or not they reconcile is still a question mark. People close to both say the door isn't completely closed. They haven't officially broken up, but they're definitely not where they used to be. Fans are holding their breath. Some want them to fix it. Others say this is the moment Teyana reclaims her power again. One fan tweeted, "The unfollow wasn't petty. It was a scream in silence. That's a woman choosing herself." And maybe that's exactly what this is. Not a breakup, not a dramatic fallout, just a soft ending, or maybe a necessary pause. Because sometimes love looks like holding on, but other times it looks like letting go before it turns toxic. For now, Teyana's world is quiet. She's with her kids, working, creating, healing. Aaron is doing the same. There are no loud arguments, no public drama, just space. And sometimes, space is the loudest sign of all. Time will tell if they find their way back to each other. But one thing's clear. Teyana's not playing about her peace.
Not now.
Not ever.